Hello everyone, welcome back to Below Par with myself, Lovery. So today then I'm bringing you content from an amazing backyard pitching area that you can see behind me, and I look forward to being able to share some great content with you. So today then we're going to look at how to spin your wedges more when hitting shots into the green. So this is something I get asked all the time as a professional, and this is now my advice to you as to how I can help you generate more spin when hitting it into the greens. We're going to look at three key areas today in this video. The first thing we're going to look at is the ball you're using. Second thing we're going to look at is the lie of the golf ball. And the third thing then we're going to look at the technique. So we're going to piece all those things together to then help you to generate more spin around the greens. Stay tuned. Okay, so first off, let's chat about the golf ball. So I've got two golf balls here in my hand. I've got a Titleist Pro V1 and I've got a Top Flight XL Distance. So one of these balls is much softer than the other, and one of the balls is a much more premium ball than the other. So the Top Flight is known as a harder ball. It's a distance ball. And when we listen to this ball, you can hear it's particularly clicky, and that's a sign then that the outer cover isn't very soft, and that won't generate as much spin. It won't grip into the actual club face as much, and it will spring off. So the outer cover on that is a little bit hotter than perhaps what the Pro V will be. Here's the Pro V now. So you can definitely hear the difference there. This is the softer ball, and this is the harder ball. Quite a difference. So what we're looking for next time you're going out to buy the golf balls, if you want to get more spin around the greens, we're going to look to buy this softer ball. Now there's less premium options than this. Make sure to check how soft the outer cover is. If you're not sure, get someone in the shop to help you. So now we're on to one of the important bits, and it's actually looking at the lie of the golf ball when you're choosing this shot around the green. So if the ball is sat down in the grass, like so, this shot probably isn't a good option. You're going to find with that, the ball is probably going to come out with a lot more roll, and therefore isn't going to stop as desired, that sort of one hot stop or even getting backspin. What we're looking for is a nice clean lie, one like so. So the ball sat up nicely, it's not raised too high, but it's in a nice position, and that's going to give us a really good chance to get under the ball, get the ball with loads of grab on the face, loads of time on the face, and then give us a chance to get that ball to stop. So let's move on to technique. Okay, so a couple of things to bear in mind then, looking at this shot. I've probably got 20 yards or so. I'm just making sure my club face is nice and clean and it's not wet. They're important when it's coming to get that sort of friction on the face. Keep that ball on the face for as long as possible so it can actually get some spin. Second thing I'm looking at then is the lie. The lie is good, I've made sure it's in a good position. So let's start to chat a little bit more about the technique. Looking at this shot at 20 yards, I know there's not going to be a whole load of speed, so that's going to limit the amount of spin that I can generate. The more speed or the more effort I'm going to put into this shot, the more spin essentially it will get. So from 20 yards, if I went 60 yards back, that probably is going to give me more of a chance to generate that backspin on the golf ball. From here, I could potentially get the ball to stop. On this in particular artificial green, I won't be able to, but I'll demonstrate the technique for you. In terms of technique then, a lot of people get this wrong. The real thing that I see when people are doing this is they're getting the ball back in the stance, they're taking the loft off the golf club, and they're hitting massively down into the ball. This is actually going to cause the ball to come higher off the face. We're going to miss that sweet spot, and as a consequence, that ball's probably going to roll out and it's going to come out a little bit too low. One of the most important points when playing this shot, we want to maintain the loft of the golf club. By maintaining the loft, it gives us a chance to generate as much spin as possible at impact. The actual technique then, I like to see the ball is going to be just forward and middle, so the club sits in the middle. I don't want to see massive amounts of shaft lean where we're digging that leading edge in. I actually want to see it where the club sits sort of square behind the golf ball like so, and the head and shaft are in alignment. What I'm going to do then is slightly withdraw the left foot, same as what I would with a normal sort of chip shot, and I'm going to actually feel as if I'm rotating around my left leg. Now, a really good drill to practice this movement, just take the club with just your right hand and do a few swings. You feel yourself there rotating, and what I'm doing there is using the bounce of the club really well, allowing me to hit the shot that's desired. So let's pop the ball in another nice position. So I'm going to think about that strike. And the question I've got for you also, how many times have you had it where you think you thin a shot into a green and actually then it one hops and stops and it sort of takes you by surprise? That is when we've actually hit the sweet spot of our wedge. So for a lot of people, it's a lot lower down than what they think. Therefore, we don't need to start driving that leading edge in and moving the strike up. We actually need to lower it down. So that's the reason why we're doing this. So taking that setup, we've got ball just ahead of middle, nice narrow stance, same as then with the pitching video I've done. From there, I'm just going to add a little bit of loft. Allow that ball there to pop up. So to demonstrate that again, ball just forward of centre, adding a little bit of loft to that club that's going to help me expose a little bit more bounce as well. Stop the club digging into the floor. Wait a little bit on that left side. Nice and neutral then at setup. Club head now and shaft are in alignment. And one of the things I certainly noticed there, that was a nice low flight. Felt like there was loads of grab on the face. It really felt as if the ball was there for a long time. And as a consequence, it was a good chip shot as well. So certainly if you watch this video, hopefully you'll find you'll be able to spin your wedges a lot more. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe, hit the notification button so that you'll be updated with any new videos that we release on our channel. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you very soon.